everyone. Welcome back to Your Best You. I'm Reverend Dr. Kathleen Fennedy, and I'm here again today with my co-host, Joan Kazmarzik.
Hello.
Hi, Joan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing okay, yeah.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to say rabbit, rabbit, but stay after rabbit, rabbit, right? Okay, October, we're in October. But you know, in the media, we always film and do our shows ahead. So this show will be available for anyone who's viewing on the television programs at Nutmeg TV. I'm sure it will be right in the scheduled slot for December. And though it is October, and you may be seeing it on YouTube. So it's timeless in many ways, the topic. It is Chakra 6. I know it's not everybody's favorite topic, but it is one of mine.
But yes, it can be a tough one.
Yeah, Chakra 6. So, you know, what do we say about Chakra 6? What do you think about Chakra 6? How does your Chakra 6 feel lately? Especially if you've been having your temperature taken on a daily basis. Your Chakra 6 is right here. Right in the third eye.
And that's where they take your temperature.
And that's where they take your temperature with the new laser technology that's beaming right into your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is a very important gland. And you can look it up and you'll start to learn some things about some of the organs in your body and how vital they are for your vital life and your health and your well-being and your ability to have your brain and everything functioning well. So, you know, the third eye, we go, oh, that's all that woo-woo stuff, you know, cat, right? But right on our dollar bills, right on our green, right on our money that we all fight and strive to get so we can get ahead, you know, right on that is the eye. In The Great Gatsby, the author had the all-seeing eye overseeing the activities that were going on in the dark of the night. The all-seeing eye never misses a trick. But how do we access it and how do we take care of it?
And that's what this show is going to be about.
Yeah, she points to me. And that's what she's going to tell you.
That's right.
Well, I mean, you know, we've talked about numbers, you know, the sacred geometry, and I think many, many, many people are getting really educated about the universe and our connection to numbers and our connections to vibrational frequencies. But if you think about the third eye, it's that inner sight. You know how I've talked about the stomach is the gut knowledge. It's that intuitive knowing. You know, I don't know. You know, I came across as a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
But there was just something about him. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Just
Your gut feeling.
right. Your gut speaks.
Yeah.
And when I was in the doctor's office the other day, getting my yearly examination, God bless the doctor, because I'm quite a lot for the doctors to have to, you know, deal with all my alternative ways. But you know, he puts the, you know, listening to the heart, you know, doing the blood. Then he took and went right to my stomach, as if I was a pregnant woman, you know, to listen to see the heartbeat. But he wasn't listening for the heartbeat. I said to him, so doc, I said, how are my microbials? Are they singing and happy? And he said, yeah, they do sound like that. And he kind of chuckled, you know. But it is important, our gut and our head and all of it's connected. So as I've said in previous shows about the chakras and how we activate them, right? How we take care of them has to do with our food. And so when we're working on our pineal gland, it actually has to do with the absence of food. Fasting, meditating, those areas will activate a different part of your inner world than going to a gym and lifting weights and running around, and it's just a totally different frame. So when you want to try to get in touch with what's going on inside, what do we do?
You have to go inside, you have to meditate.
Okay, it's
Like,
easy. It's a simple
It's
question.
simple,
You
yeah.
close your eyes.
Okay.
When everything's going on around you, and you just you need to think. Generally, people will close their eyes. They'll take a moment. Let me just think for a minute.
Yeah.
And if they're left alone, in most cases, they're going to do this. Okay, they're just going to close their eyes. What happens when you close your eyes?
You're not seeing the rest of the world around
I'm
you.
asking you, Joan. What happens when you close your eyes?
Basically, you're focusing on inside. You're focusing on what's in your thoughts.
Okay, so when you close your eyes, generally you see blackness.
Yep.
You don't see anything. You are in a dark situation. And I have said before, the light shines brightest at night. So if you have an active pineal gland and it's alive and it's working, as soon as you close your eyes, you're going to see this big purple spot. It's going to be there if you have an active and alive and healthy pineal. If you don't, and it's all calcified, which a lot of pineal glands have become calcified due to the lifestyles that we live and the foods that we eat. They're glands. Understand that within the glands are microbial life forms and beings and energy centers. And remember I talked about electricity, how it moves and it's got to have a transmitter? What are we? But transmitters of it. We're water. Water conducts electricity. Piezoelectricity. We're alive, vital force. We're not just a working zombie. You're not just that. I heard one of the comedians kind of downcasting the younger people who are doing the Great Resignation. And he's all mad at him going, oh, they want to do the Great Resignation. Didn't they ever hear about earning a living first? And it's like, I don't think that that's the issue that's going on right now. We have an awakened consciousness group of people that are like, wait a second, what are we doing for what? And how much are you paying me to do this? And wow, this reminds me of back in history when we were building pyramids. Okay. Like I said to Joan, I think when I first started working, I was paid 25 cents an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, we've all gone through the portal of this crazy, working your whole lives for pittance. And some blessed souls get to do work, but they get paid $3,000 an hour or $10,000 a show or
Right.
$4 million for a movie, but you can work 4 jobs for $6 an hour and raise your children and stop complaining and by the way, let me check your pineal gland.
Every day.
And behave, toe the line. I heard a story recently, since we're going up from the 5th chakra to the 6th. Narrative, I'm a doctor of medical humanities, so I'm all about your narratives. Which get deleted because history doesn't want your narrative. They want their narrative. History is written by the victors. We unearth truth afterwards. Okay. But I was listening to an author who's just got a new book. And, whatever. But it's the concept behind it. And it's for your children. You know what the title is? Grin and Bear It. Okay. Okay. Because if that's where we're at and that's what we're telling the next generation, basically put your mask on, take a shot, and just basically shut up. Well, I'm saying that because we just did the voice chakra, 5. And if you're being silenced and you can't articulate what you need to say because you're being covered, never mind the politics and all the health matters. I'm talking here about esoteric, okay? So if I'm ruffling or triggering anyone, I apologize in any way. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do with your health, but I am here to open up some avenues of understanding so that you can say, well, that's something I didn't think about before, or I've thought about that and this is, not something I want to entertain. I'd rather do this. But for many people, that opportunity of getting various forms of information is being shut down because humans are being deleted and alternative perspectives are being eliminated. And if you happen to be a brave, courageous person who's willing to offer an alternative perspective, you may not have your job. And we might not let you into our clubhouse. So these are some of the things that are going on in our society. And as a cultural development, I don't know if we want to look at it or not, but we are divided again, and not based on sex, and not based on color or race. But division keeps humans from joining together and being able to make a change. When the powers that be control the humans and the media and the information that's being presented through to you, you need that pineal gland. You need that gut to help understand what you're being given, and if not for you, for your children's or your children's children. Because if we don't stop this madness on some level, progress continues regardless, but there's going to be a whole generation of people that are basically going to be building pyramids on Mars, drinking Tang. You won't have any microbials, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it a fight for the human race? I don't know. Is it a fight for our higher development and our consciousness to have been cracked open during this time? To have the sight to see enough to say something and then to be told, shh, don't say that. Now look, 10 years ago when I came back with some of the alternative things, my oncologist, you were there, basically said, I don't want my patients to know about you. Shh, we got to get her out of here before they find out there's another path. So, when that happens, is it for us? Is it for you? Or is it for maybe an almighty dollar that has an eye on it? These are things, only questions. I always say I'm like Eric Von Daniken. Those were questions, Or I'll put thoughts out, we don't want to do this, right? Do we? But even those will trigger. It's inevitable because we're at a point in our history of development where we've opened up some portals within ourselves. We're not in no job or no able to speak. Women couldn't speak. Women had to sit and be quiet. Children had to sit and be quiet. We've come through this huge, growth, and it's beautiful. But we as humans have the potential for both, eros and thanatos, love and death, So here we are. I brought singing bowl. And I asked Joan, she's never played the singing bowls or Tibetan bowls. But I had her play it a little bit before the show so she could practice, so she would feel somewhat comfortable. But some of you know this bowl.
It's very, very beautiful.
She's a beautiful bowl, and she's going to sing for you right now. And one of the things that you can do when I play this is just close your eyes and give your inner sight an opportunity to speak. When you get to the point where you've really gotten into the opening and consciousness, and you can move all the colors through your whole body, from the red and the orange and the yellow, and they'll all show up with your eyes closed. You can see designs. You can see a lot in 5D through inner sight. Remember, what you see with your natural eyes is not really what's going on. Close your eyes.
That's beautiful. That is very beautiful.
Taking the time to just sit during the holiday season and allowing your inner eye to give witness and even, kind of some new evidences, some aha moments, and listen to the sound of your soul. I think it was Descartes, not sure, but was saying that the pineal gland was the seat of the soul. I'd have to go check my notes, and it's holiday. So then I have Joan bring in the my Tibetan hand hammered singing bowl. Now this is different because it's metal. Now remember what I said in the last show. Sound is a transmitter, the mode of transmission, and then the receiver. And again, this is new, so it shows you that even if you've never had one of these, you can go to many shops now in Connecticut, and I know one hidden gem on the Main in Wallingford.
And there's one.
Shout out
And there's one down on Route 1 down by the shore.
Julie Dokis, who's been on my show over there when we were at Nutmeg. Lovely sister soul. But you can get some of these things that will help you. Go ahead.
Not as easy as it looks.
It is not really. You have. It's with everything. I as I said to Joan,
I can feel a
everything.
little vibration.
Everything is relationship. So even how we are in relationship to something as simple as a hammered bowl. The most of the simplest things is where the pleasure of life truly is. But because we've gotten into this world where more is better, bigger is better, right? I always say, because it was a saying from my dad, rich and poor, right? I'd rather have money. I mean, money is, it's one of the essentials. We really do have to have it on some level. And so, now in this generation of women that are able to work and have different higher paying jobs, that's new.
That is.
Our generation didn't necessarily get that.
No.
So, someone paved the way for you to have those nice jobs. Oh, excuse me. Could it have been? Oh, really? High tease, because keeping it light is the way I like to go.
Yeah.
So if you want to come in and start to fight, I'm going to leave the room. I'll tell you to go to your room, and I'm going to mine because I don't do that.
Right. My mother always said, takes two to tango.
Well, the thing is it creates an energy, and I'm
Yes.
just not into it. If I'm pointing out something I'm a brand for, and someone is finding, they don't like it, I'm not gonna get into it with you.
No.
Please, seriously, think about it. Why would I waste my time? So, I think that finding our center and finding a way that we can tune into, and as Joan says, oh, this isn't easy. She go, oh, you make it look so easy. But I've been at it for like 30
Right.
years, seriously.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
really, I'm not jesting.
Yeah.
And some of the years have been so isolated because of the choices that I made that it really did kind of, either I was going to, get into that space, kind of like, you know who you really are, right? Or I was going to go another path, right? And so, if I'm a witness for a path of alternative and alternative healing, I gotta walk that line. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for everything. So, and I know that they're talking about the shipping and everything that's going on is crazy. So I really, next show I'm going to do a little bit of a holiday thing, a lot more fun. But I wanted to give us this nitty gritty, kind of like think of that inner structure. You've got the roots, right? Giving you roots, and then you came up and you got girded it in. You got that strong, healthy, well-fed world that speaks to the rest of your body. Your heart, you want to keep your intentions in your heart. Nobody does anything perfect, so no self-flagellating. Forgive yourself and those around you. Come through a place of gratitude and a humble, appreciation for all the beauty inside and around you. And then we get up to, the pineal gland and we're like, okay, have you checked that out lately? Because I'll be talking more about it throughout the shows, but I think everyone has brought so much attention to it because we're...
Let me check your temperature.
And this particular piece of equipment has like, a high beam of light. Yeah, so we don't know what that's doing because all this stuff takes decades before it shows up here. So they figure, by the time it shows up, they'll be dead. Whatever. I'm sorry, but there is some tough stuff out there.
That's true.
So
Very true.
you have to really tune in and find that center. And that way, when the winds start blowing and people start poking and knives start coming out, all energetically, but when that starts happening and, everyone is going through something. When that starts happening, you've got your center. You don't have to get into the hustle of it because it's going to draw that energy and then you've gotten yourself muddy and really, did you really want to get that muddy?
Heck
You
no.
want to stay nice and white and bright, right?
That's right.
For that clarity. So if you eat a little bit healthier, you'll notice your gut will be different and you'll sleep better and your brain will be better and,
All connected.
all connected. The hip bone's connected to the... Right. I never like to come off too poo-poo intellectual, and I don't like to come off too woo-woo on the other side.
Exactly.
So I'm always walking this balancing beam of, well, I'll be playful, but I may give you some stuff that you'll go, oh.
But that's the fun of the show.
Well, the show I designed to be informational, educational, and inspirational. So it's, align, breathe, connect, and direct for your best you. Anyway, thanks for singing the little bell today.
Yeah,
And,
I'll have to work on
We'll
that.
have to work on that.
I was starting
Next
to get some
show.
I was starting to get some vibration on there. So
We're going to start to say goodbye and wish you and yours and your loved ones a healthy and a safe season. Even though there's a lot of changes and openings coming, still practice the things that are going to be really healthy for you. take care of your body, regardless of the choice that you make. Know that you have an immune system. It depends upon you, and you depend upon it. Let's take care of those inner parts so that the outer part can shine through. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. Peace out. I'll see you next show. Many, many blessings. And namaste.